Well, today, Democrats are standing by Travis County District Attorney José Garza amid an attempt to have him removed from office.
Over the weekend, a petition was filed accusing Garza of indiscriminately pressing charges against law enforcement officials. Now, this afternoon, local Democrats said this is an attempt by Republicans to ignore election results. Garza won the Democratic primary back in March and is expected to win the general election this November. Now, this removal effort is the result of House Bill 17, a new law that took effect back in September. The law allows courts to remove district attorneys for official misconduct, more specifically for having a policy of categorically not prosecuting certain offenses. Democrats are critical of the Republican-backed law.
They only believe in elections they win. They only believe in local control if it follows their dogma. And so whether it is a plastic bag ban, a healthcare order, a zoning requirement, or in this case, our district attorney, they believe in overruling the decision of local officials whenever it doesn't fit their dogma.
Democrats point out that the petition does not cite any so-called misconduct by Garza that happened after the new law took effect. Supporters of the law say it's a tool to rein in rogue district attorneys who don't pursue certain crimes. Senior reporter Tony Plahetsky joins us here at the desk now with more insight on this case. So, Tony, what happens next in this lawsuit?
While there has been so much attention on the fact that this petition was granted by the judge, there is still a long way potentially to go in this process. And I want to tell you, I've just talked to the Bell County attorney who's been appointed to handle this matter, and he's still reviewing all of the evidence and possibly will determine at some point in coming weeks whether or not to go forward even with this case. So he has the discretion to say there's not enough evidence for this case to move forward. However, if he does, and if this were to end up in a courtroom, that would happen here in Travis County with an appointed judge, and then it would be determined whether or not by a jury José Garza would remain in office. But again, that is a big if when we see the amount of support that Garza has among the electorate here in Travis County. That reaffirmed just in March in the Democratic primary.
And so then, Tony, I want to ask you, there have been other attempts to remove district attorneys under House Bill 17, but this case is certainly unique.
The first time that a judge has actually said one of these cases can move forward, and that's why there is so much attention on this case being handled under, Ashley, as we know, what is called the rogue prosecutor law. But I do want to tell you that removals of elected officials, including prosecutors, are not necessarily uncommon predating this law. We saw that, many of you will remember, in Travis County a decade ago after the drunk driving arrest of then District Attorney Rosemary Lindbergh. In 2022, the El Paso DA resigned just as a judge was about to decide whether or not she could be suspended prior to a removal trial. And in the past year, the Nueces County DA resigned amid an effort to remove him just as he was facing trial.
Okay, will certainly be something we'll be keeping an eye on, Tony.
A lot of attention on this.
Thanks,
Tony.
You bet.